So let's know what are the methods of election. Modern democratic system has adopted two methods of election. They are direct election, indirect election. So let's know what is direct election. So in direct election or in this system, all the eligible voters of the nation directly elect their representatives through secret ballots without any intermediaries. The voters go to the polling station and exercise franchise. For example, the Lok Sabha, House of People, and Vidhana Sabha, the state legislative assembly in India, and House of Commons in UK and House of Representatives in the US are directly elected. You can expect a question, what is direct election? Give an example of direct election. So let's know what are the features of direct election. Number 1. More democratic. Eligible voters have wider choice to elect their representative directly. So here it provides for direct relationship between the voter and their representative. Number 2. Responsive. Since there is direct relationship between voters and representative, just now we have discussed in more democratic point, so they are responsive to the need and aspiration of the people who these leaders or representative, they are responsive to the needs and aspiration of the people. If these representative do not effectively respond to the needs of the people, they are shown the way out in the next election. So in the next election, the voters will be against to this representative. Number 3, creates political awareness. So in direct election, voters come in direct contact with their representatives. Voters are curious about them, voters are curious about the representatives and gather information through mass media and print media about political parties, their manifesto and personality of the candidates. In this way, it educates the voters. Number 4, selection of eligible candidate. The voters test the capabilities of the candidates and finally elect them, since there is a rapport or bond between the voters and representative. Number 5, public relationship. In view of forthcoming election or in the view of upcoming election, representatives keep regular contact with the constituency and people. The method of elections are direct election and indirect election. So let's know about indirect election. It is another method of election where voters elect a group of members in the first instance to form electoral college as an intermediary body to elect representative. For example, the President of India and USA are elected through electoral college, which consists of the representatives of people. The members of Rajya Sabha and the members of State Legislative Council are indirectly elected by the people. So let's know about the features of indirect election. Number 1, selection of best candidate. So in this method or in this indirect election method, let's know how the process held. So in this indirect election method, candidates are elected by the intelligent voter. So I explain you. For example, at first instance, people means we people elect their representative to the electoral college. So we elect the representative to electoral college. And the second instance, from the electoral college, who in turn means from there will be an election, that is what known as indirect election. From second instance, the representative which we have elected to the electoral college, from the electoral college there will be an election. That means in the second instance, who in turn judiciously elect final representative. From there they elect final representative of legislature or the head of the nation. So this method involves double election. Elected representative act wisely with political knowledge. Number 2, prevents unhealthy campaign. So in indirect election, so it avoids all sorts of evils like dirty propaganda tricks, instigation of people for petty issues to divide them. For example, in the election of President of India, the average voters are kept outside. but only elected members of both the houses of parliament participate. So these intelligent and responsible members keep away from all sort of party gimmicks or party dirty plans. Number 3, peaceful voting. In this method or in the method of indirect election, there is no scope for illegal activities or fights during the election as it happens in the direct election. In the electoral process, only small numbers of enlightened voters peacefully exercise their votes judiciously. The elections are conducted according to well-defined norms and values. Number 4, little scope for emotions. Elected representatives are not carried away by passions or sentiments, nor can be influenced like an average voter. There is no chance for misusing sensitive issues for political gains. The higher level leaders are elected by People's Representatives Act with a sense of responsibility. Number 5, suitable to developing nation. So in developing nation, since the majority of the voters, sometimes the voters may be ignorant, not educated and intelligent, hence small group of politically educated and wise voters elect responsible and public spirited representatives. So these are all about the method of election with its features.